Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are still working on our Mediterranean coastline here a little bit. The Byzantines are definitely ripe for an attack. And what do we want to take from them? Well, let's just take a look through the available duchies here. Most of these are not particularly useful for us, but I'm sure we'll find something here. That one's not terrible. What else do we have? These are... I mean, there's this one. I wouldn't exactly call that a duchy, but sure. What else do we have? Probably this would be our best bet. We will have to give out 2 counties independent, but I think that's okay. We'll go ahead and declare that. And we'll raise up our troops right down over here and raise our men-at-arms. Are we going to raise any levies? Honestly, we kind of don't need them. I will raise a few, just in case he brings in, like, holy orders or something. But we don't need many. Okay, that'll do. Fantastic. So we're going to grab some more Byzantine territory here. And then I wouldn't mind necessarily going after Georgia sometime soon, but they're still pretty strong. To be clear, we could beat them. How are we doing on our men-at-arms research? 11 years on that? Okay. So we could probably beat Georgia just through sheer numbers is what I'm thinking. It's a possibility, but I'm not sure that that's exactly what we want. We just became obese, so we want to lose weight here. There we go. Fantastic. That does, of course, mean we'll get more stress, but that's fine. Yeah, we don't care about all of these things being destroyed for the moment. I do want to take a look at our inventory here. Yeah, everything here looks reasonably fine. No problem there. Sure, we'll get a tray from the kitchen. Okay, we're going to head over here and siege. That guy wanted to steal our Bulgarian tapestry. How rude. We're not going to let that happen, that's for sure. Okay. So we're at only 19% war score. But for the time being, this seems reasonably okay. We are pregnant. That's fine. We should check in on our succession here. Indeed. Well, we'll see for the moment. I kind of like to go for disinheriting this one. There we go. That was the older one that we just disinherited, for the record. This is a 0-year-old. So that's fine. We'll head on over to the Barony of Debar as well, and that will get us ticking war score underway. The real question from here is, where are their troops? And there they are. So no real problem there. In fact, we should probably send our own troops down to deal with those. So we'll do something kind of like this. And we'll head on over. Make sure that these guys have a siege leader. There we go. And when will we arrive here? In 22 days? Sure. They're running. And we'll try to chase them. We'll see how well that ends up going. Okay. We inherited a barony here, and this is not necessarily one that we want, so we will grant that off. Cool. And then we'll head on back over this way. We'll siege here, and we'll catch these guys in these mountains. Shouldn't be any problem. We stack wiped them. Beautiful. So we're going to make our way back up over here. We're at 95%. Either the siege or the ticking war score. It's going to be very close, but I think it's going to be this siege that finishes it. Kind of depends on how we roll here. We got a large breach. Okay. Either way, the war is over. They just don't know it yet. Cool. That's a bunch of constructions finishing up. We'll deal with that here in a moment. Okay, it was actually the ticking war score that got it there. Cool. So we will enforce our demands and disband our troops. We're, of course, going to have to grant independence. Actually, we got the Jarldom here. You're de jure. right? You are. Because we have the Jarldom, we don't actually have to grant this out, but we will grant it over to them so that they're in the correct de jure location. There we go. I wasn't expecting to get the Jarldom out of that, so we don't actually have to give any of these territories away, or either of these territories. So that's great. Next up, I want to check over here. We're probably still truce to this guy. Actually, we're not. Cool. So we'll get the last county from him. That's this one here. And that's excellent. So we'll raise up our troops over here. It's a little bit greedy, I think. No, his capital's up here. This isn't greedy at all. So that'll be fine. We'll raise all of our troops there. And we should also come up here and do some constructions. Cool. So what all can we construct? There's a number of things. Checking for any others. Here's one. Okay. And that all looks good. We'll check in our capital. Okay, that's still underway. No problem there. So we'll get those building, and we'll get these troops raised. We know we needed like 20k, but they brought in an ally and a holy order, so like 30k. Sure. Should be fine. I'm not too concerned about the holy order. The ally is a little bit more concerning. We don't need to continue to gather this. Our men-at-arms aren't here. For some reason, I thought that they were. That was a waste of time. Okay. Actually, shouldn't have become profligate there. Profligate? I'm probably butchering that pronunciation. Actually, hang on 1 second. Okay.
Profligate.
Profligate. Okay, there we go. Fantastic. I shouldn't have become that because that will hurt our monthly income pretty dramatically. We're going to walk up over here and see about sieging this. Now, they're up over here. That's interesting. Let's split off some troops here. We'll take these guys up and see about fighting them up here. Now, it's saying that we'll probably lose this, most likely due to number of men-at-arms, if I had to guess. Okay, we have to move here. They're kind of maneuvering us here right now. Hills, huh? Faith hostility advantage is pretty good here. Would we be better off with the enemy disadvantage reduction? Or the enemy defensive reduction? That would be 2.5. So I don't think that would be beneficial for us. Do I think that we win this? I think it's going to be dicey. This is going to be a very close battle. The game is correct on this, that the chances are even. It's often not correct, but in this case, I think it is. It's now saying that we will probably lose, and that's because these guys turned around. I think there's a decent chance that we do lose here. I think we're simply going to move down over this way. Okay. We don't have a siege commander here. We should get one. Wouldn't mind moving up into these mountains. Okay. We're above our vassal limit. That's to be expected. This fight is still dicey. I don't think that's 100% successful. And it's because of their quantity of men-at-arms. They have a lot more men-at-arms than we do. Oh, I don't want to actually do this. Let's not do that for the moment. Let's head up over here. All we're doing here is we're shielding our siege force for the time being. That is our only function at this moment. Unless we see them make a big mistake, which is possible. We'll counter them by moving to here. We're just moving defensively. Okay. Trying to claim our throne. That's very rude. Cool. So we'll move up over this way, and we should probably grab, like, anatomical studies, I guess. That'll be fine. Hang on a moment. I'm going to move up over here. We're going to catch something here. And it's this 10k stack. This is a big deal. They now have to come back. But they lose this now. They split up too much there. They could have won this battle if they had stuck together. But they did not stick together, and therefore they lose. Beautiful. We're going to walk back a little bit here, and we are going to grab ourselves this siege. Cool. And then we can come down over here, I suppose. Ticking war score will end the war for us, so this will be fine. We don't need to do anything else here. Beautiful. That war is over. We'll disband our troops there. And all of these need to be granted out. There we go. Fantastic. So we are above our vassal limit, and there's a lot of counts right in this area here. Let's take a look at duchies. Okay, Valencia will do just fine. And we will create that and give that to this countess, who is now happily a duchess. Cool. Fantastic. That deals with that, and that finishes our Iberian coast. Now, to be clear, we can still go up these rivers and take a couple of locations over here. We're truced with this guy right now, so we're not going to bother with it for the moment. Okay, Georgia is probably our next focus. So, this is a bad duchy for us. We could go for Crimea. That's a pretty good duchy for us, actually. Yes, I like the strategic position here. So we'll do that. We'll raise up in Constantinople. And we know that they have a good number of troops. More specifically, we know that they have fewer troops than we do, but they have a lot of men-at-arms. That's what we're a little bit concerned about right now. So we're going to raise what feels like should be overkill to deal with them. They also called in a holy order. So they have 32,000. We are going to raise 64,000. It feels like overkill. But that's what we're going in with. We need the overkill to be able to deal with them. Now, we're not going to attack up over here. We're not going to attack over here for now. We're going to just attack over this way. We are limiting ourselves to an attack like that. Cool. So we'll be recently disembarked here, and this siege should go reasonably quickly. I do want to split off our siege force here. This is going to be a 10k siege force. And these guys are going to walk up over here. Now, there's a lot of supply limit issues. That's for sure. I wouldn't mind starting a slow siege over here, though, just to get this area under our control. This is going to be a bit of a spicy war, I think. Hello. They've decided to attack us here. In which case, we'll return back. There's this force here, but they're not strong enough to threaten our siege force. Cool. So we're going to come in over here, and we're going to be recently disembarked. It will take us 33 days to come here, though, and our recent disembarkation will have gone away by then. Fantastic. We need a siege commander here, for sure. They finished up a siege there. We want to stop them before they embark here. Beautiful. Now they're going to bring in reinforcements. They're too late. They don't win this, and that buys us time to finish that siege. Perfect. That should be the hardest siege on the peninsula. Cool. So we're at 75% war score already. We got their heir. Huh. Fascinating. I'm going to split our force in half here. These guys are going to come up over this way. We're being a little bit greedy here. I'm aware of that. But I want to press our advantage fast while we can. They were embarking over here, and actually we should take this back instead. They were embarking over here, which tells me they were coming up to attack Crimea. So we just need to get these sieges done fast, fast, fast. That is our goal here. 5 months on this siege here is expected. They are embarking now. We can try to catch them again. That's what we'll do. If these sieges end the war, great. If not, who is this guy? Ghana? We actually can't attack any of his stuff. So, sure, we'll take his cash. Beautiful. We're going to try to stop them from embarking. We only stopped a small number. Okay. So they're certainly going to come up here. We're 95%. And we are absolutely going to need to make our way over here. We're going to be pretty late here. We may lose our siege force. We'll see. They're taking this back. How long before we get there? 24 days. This is going to be dangerous. We'll see. We're going to be arriving here with our primary force soon. Okay. Looks like we're good. We got here just in time. Beautiful. That's absolutely fantastic. I thought it would take us a little longer to get here, to be honest. I really, really did. But the war is over, and that means Crimea is ours. Fantastic. That went better than I expected, to be honest. That went quite a bit better than I expected. Okay, so who are we going to go after next? We could go after the Caucasus. This is a pretty good duchy for us, actually. You know what? Let's do it. So we're going to raise up forces right here. We only need around 10k tops. They called in a holy order. Sure, 15k. Not too bad. So this is more than enough. And we'll bring these guys in and siege over here. We're not expecting this one to be a particularly challenging war. Sure, show in the Jarl. That'll be fine. Cool. Just checking in on what the former Mongol area looks like. It's a giant mess. Okay. That's fine. So we're just going to siege this down and push our way up towards their capital here, I think, is what we're going to do. It's not a particularly complex plan, but I don't expect this to be a particularly complex war. So it should be fine. No, we're not going to give you an artifact. Get out of here with that. What a jerk. We can vassalize this guy. That's interesting. It's not legal for us to actually attack him, but sure. Consider it done. And there we go. This random chunk of North Sea here. It's definitely not anything that we did. Okay, so they're sieging back this way. We can split off our siege force and send these guys on back while our siege force remains here and continues sieging. Perfect. So this will finish up pretty soon, then we'll head up into Azov and then into their capital. And between that and taking out this army, that should easily end this war. Cool. So this army is totally dead. There's nothing they can do. There are these guys up here, though. I didn't realize that. Well, we'll head up over there. We're above our vassal limit now. We can deal with that later. Ah, they're also at war with Georgia. I see. Very interesting. So we're going to head over and take their capital. We stack wiped that army, and we're going to try to stack wipe this one too. This should end the war. Cool. So we will enforce our demands and disband our troops. There's nothing over here to be granted independence. This is all coastal. So we'll just grant this all out. And we will, of course, need to deal with our vassal limit. So we can usurp the Duchy of Azov. Let's go ahead and do so. And then we can give that to this guy. That won't fix our problem, but it will help. So we're now 2 direct vassals above. Well, we've got this area over here that I would love to do something about. Oh yeah, this duchy will do the trick. So we'll grant that over to this guy. Fantastic. No more problem there. Cool. And we can transfer this vassal over as well, which we will certainly do. Okay, so what's the next move? We've just been kind of sitting there with Blamia for a long time because this is split. If I recall correctly. Oh! It's not split. Why didn't we do this previously? Okay, we're going to attack that. And they have like 2,000 troops. Hilarious. All we need is our men-at-arms here, and we're just going to push down. This is not going to be any problem whatsoever. So we'll get our men-at-arms down here, and once we get men-at-arms finished up here, that's going to be a huge deal. We're going to get a lot more men-at-arms. This is interesting. I guess we'll make a bit of a detour here, a side trip, and eliminate their units. Cool. And war's over. Cool. So there we go. We'll disband those troops, and these need to be granted out, of course. And we need to see about creating the petty kingdom of Bazin, or actually usurping it. And we'll grant that over to this guy. He's quite happy with us. We'll see if he'll convert. 84% chance there. Should go well, in theory. Cool. He wants us to pay 300 gold. Done. Very much done. That is absolutely great. Now we can definitely build some additional constructions, and that is something that we are very, very interested in doing. We would like to get these constructions maxed out as quickly as possible in all categories. So basically, if we see something that we can construct, we will construct it. That's the way this is going. And over here, we finished up our blacksmith guild, which is great. We have a lot of upgrades in our capital to do yet. So there we go. That seems like a decent stopping point. We did get a good amount of coastline there. That's always nice. And it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we may see about coming after these guys. It's been a while. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Ken2In, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Kadra, Raw Potato, Elmichi Nazi, Justin Everett, Emiliano Cambrit, Martin Lawrence, Jens Graham, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.